Dominic D'Angelo, WrestleZone.com, and I'm happy to be with AJ Styles today for WrestleMania weekend. AJ, how's it going being in Dallas? Uh, Good wrestling town, everything like that, and
Yep.
not only being WrestleMania.
It's awesome, man. Like, this is where my first WrestleMania was, so
Yep.
a lot of memories.
Yep. And you face like legacy stars like this, you're going up against Edge. You're becoming a legacy star yourself. You face Chris Jericho, Undertaker. Is there like somebody on the list as a legacy star you'd still want to go up against or have a little program with as well?
It's hard to say. I mean, who are those guys that is, when you think back, is it Rey Mysterio? Like, really never had a long program or anything. I've wrestled him once or twice, but never a story.
Sure.
But I don't know. Edge, I tried to get Triple H in the ring, but it looks like that's not going to happen. So we're running out of these
Right, it's
these
tough.
guys who've been around longer than me.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing too, is you've been around a lot of legends throughout your career and stuff like that. And is there a certain like guy or talent that you kind of pick the brain out over the course of your career and still go back to? Maybe?
I picked every
Right.
guy's brain that I possibly could, because the only way I can get better is getting that little bit of information. And some guys are stingy with it, so if you can get just a little bit. But I definitely Taker, Edge is even one of those guys that I picked his brain. But Stone Cold Steve Austin, like guys that I can just get, if I can just get a little bit
Sure.
of what they know, I can get a little bit better.
I know it's like you take it all for yourself and like just pick and choose what makes you.
Yeah,
know?
I mean, and that's the thing. I want to be me. I don't want to be them.
Exactly. You
But
don't
if I could take little parts of what they know and make myself better, I mean, that's icing on the cake.
Absolutely. All right, these are a little non-wrestling related.
All right.
So, what's the best book you've read? Would you say?
The best book I've read. Man, that's a tough one. And I can't remember. Man,
Do you have a favorite author?
I do, but I don't remember. There's only a book. I want to
Uh-huh.
say Memory Man there's the name of the book.
Mm-hmm.
And it has the same characters throughout the 4 books that I've read. And so that's the kind of things I like to get into. I like to have the same characters throughout different books.
The saga stuff.
Yeah.
Like Stephen King does a real good job with that.
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
stuff.
very much so. Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see. Yeah, so you're a big video gamer. What's the
Yes.
game you're best at, and then what's the one you got to kind of work on?
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm the best. It's the one that I'm most
You're best at, I guess. Yeah, that you're.
I'm addicted to the most is like I can't stop playing PUBG,
PUBG. What is that?
Player Unknown Battleground.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
So and
okay.
yeah, it's so ridiculous. You just what the problem is? It's just so hard to learn so many games because of the buttons and stuff and what does what. So when you get good at one, or at least mediocre, you don't want to switch because you got that learning curve is so big now. With the games.
And a lot of those universes are so like expansive too. Like you just have to invest a lot of time in getting actually good.
Way
at one.
too much time.
Yeah.
Unless you get right from the get-go, jump on a game, you're not going to be as good as someone else.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
So you're a big football fan too. Georgia's the champ. Feel like just finally getting that championship win for you guys and being in there.
I mean, we're talking about since 1980 to finally get another one. It's huge. I can't express it, man. Being a dog fan for so long and being so close, now finally getting the national championship it's awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm thrilled.
Absolutely. I'll let you go with this one. As far as legendary wrestler stories, what's one of like the wildest ones you could? That's appropriate, I guess, for airing on the internet. What would you have to go with?
The Sheiky baby.
Yeah.
I remember being in a van where we're coming back from England, and everybody thinks he's kind of crazy.
Sure.
And so I remember he was wanting to smoke a little something in the car, and the driver was like, "You can't smoke that in here." And I'm just watching him. Sheiky's gonna take his medicine, and then he, thinking this guy's like out of his mind,
Sure.
and he looks at me, and he winks. I'm like, this guy is putting on a show. Oh man, he's totally got everybody. This guy knows exactly what doing. So that was a pretty funny moment for me.
That's a good one. Yeah, the Sheik, he was a character, man. He knew what he was doing.
He's actually knows better than anybody how to play a character.
He survived it a long time too.
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you, AJ.
All right,
Have
brother.
a good weekend too.